Thought I'd do a little public service announcement of everything I know about the Australian Emu error coin. I see that Monkey Spaz was able to score a couple from Modern Coin Mart, so that is surprising. But in case you don't know, the Emu in the error coin, and I'm calling it an error coin because that's what I think it is, but that does not mean that's true. The sellers here are calling them error coins, and the various videos on the subject, are implying that as well. But I want to be clear that it has not been designated an error coin as of yet. And at the end of this video, I'll also have one of these to unbox for you. I was able to secure one. But before I get to that unboxing, this is the depiction of the third leg. This is from the gentleman Silverado 376, who was the first to notify me. And then I did a video on that immediately when he did notify me. And some of you learned about it there. But the third leg is the finish on the tree. Okay, so the tree is meant to be the matte finish, and they have gone ahead and put the proof shiny finish on the tree trunk. Clearly a mistake. The way you know it's a mistake is because coins without this are circulating. Right? People have seen, and this one of these sellers shows you the typical emu versus the third leg emu. So I believe Perth Mint has been trying to recall these. So let me tell you everything I know. Yes, I did buy a couple because I think they're a pretty good deal here at $70, but could be wrong about that. But so here's what I know. Silverado told me that he picked his up at the Perth Mint from their gift store. Okay, and he did that, I think, early on. These coins were not available anywhere in the U.S. I believe they were on back order everywhere I looked anyway, especially in the U.S. But in the gift shop, at the coin store at the Perth Mint, they were selling them, and he picked his up there. I'm not sure how many he got. I think he said he got 10, but it's hard to tell how many of these were purchased from Perth or how many were possibly delivered to Australian coin shops. That might have been their first delivery. The ones coming off the conveyor belt in the Perth Mint release video are the third leg variant. But anyway, so he went back, tried to get more, and he told me that they had pulled all the inventory. So that is the Perth Mint. I've also been in contact with sellers from Germany and Poland. So here's what I was told by one of them, and this is the most interesting. I don't know if you have seen the coins going on further and further backlog at some of the distributors. But what was told to me is that a large German retailer was asked by Perth Mint to return his variant coins, and that there were 4,000 of them that were delivered to that retailer. I presume he's large because of the quantity. And he was required to send them back. Okay, so I have that information for you, that Perth Mint does appear to be recalling these, or has recalled them from people that they were shipped to. That's a pretty serious issue if they're calling them back from Germany. Are they calling them back from the United States? Well, quite curious that Modern Coin Mart had their stock early, and Monkey Spaz was able to get one just by randomly buying a few. I really, did not think that would produce any value, because it clearly is known at this point that there is an error coin out there. However, here is what I've tried to do to confirm this, because clearly the coins will be worth more if it is validated by the Perth Mint. But I have gone to the Perth Mint and asked them. I've requested of the Perth Mint a statement on the variant coin, and I have not heard back from them. Okay, for some reason they don't seem to want this to get out there. I have also gone directly to my contact at NGC Grading and asked them if they are recognizing this as an error coin. And they responded within a couple of days, no, they do not recognize this as an error, air quotes, at this time. All right, so there you have it from NGC. They say no, don't know anything about it. That's the same thing that happened to me with the 100 CD African coin, which was clearly, you know, a goof, and which I alerted the community. You know, people that had them were pretty clear they had something special, but no one ever designated. I reached out to Coin World, the grading companies. As far as I know, perhaps it's changed, but the ones that I had at the time, no one would recognize them as error coins. But the point is that the design required this tree to be matte finish, and it did not come out that way. How did the Perth Mint do that? Well, they blew it. Did they blow it on purpose to create buzz? And is everybody, you know, buying monster boxes of these things from Modern Coin Mart as we speak? Maybe. However, judging from eBay and the couple of listings that have been up there from the couple of people that were able to get these from, you know, Germany, Australia, Poland, nobody seems to be interested, right? And perhaps they think that $68 or $70 or $80 is too much. But I think you have to recognize that, you know, there could be out of, what is it, a 30,000 mintage, there could only be, there could be just a few hundred of these. So I think they could wind up being exceedingly rare, and I do say that because the Perth Mint seems to have been, and perhaps is continuing to recall them. I've noticed that the U.S. retailers seem to be pushing out their delivery dates, again, notwithstanding Modern Coin Mart, and I guess Government would be the same deal. But that's everything I know. Not as of yet an official error or variant, and still hard to get, and still not much interest in the community from what I see. These listings have been up for days and days, and either people are exceedingly cheap and don't feel there's value in a low mintage Perth Mint variant, or they don't believe it's an error. But, you know, I got to tell you, it's an error. Okay, so that's all I have to say. I'm going to go ahead and do my unboxing here really quickly, or perhaps I'll overlay that unboxing onto this video I've just recorded. But hope you guys have a great day, and that's everything I know about the emus. If you know something about them, there is a surprising lack of information on the internet, on the message boards, in the community, at the dealers, at the grading houses. Normally something like this would get some play, but it's either, you know, no big deal, or people are out trying to scoop them up on their own. And I'm not sure which, but if you were so lucky as to get some, maybe you'll tell us how. Thanks, everybody. Louie out.